Hey guys, it's Sam. So today I'm going to do an interview. This is my sister. She's actually 5 years older than me. So even though she looks like she's 12, it's gonna be all right. This is just a really brief interview. We might have more updates just kind of as questions come along with my transition and anything that she has. So, Erin, was it weird growing up as having a sister and then transitioning and having a brother? Instead of having a little sister, you have a little brother now.
Well, not really, because even though we're 5 years apart, we're very close, and I kind of always, I don't want to say knew, but
A prerequisite here is I came out as gay to my sister first.
yeah.
But then I wasn't really gay because I'm actually technically straight because I'm a trans guy. But I also came out to her first being trans.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did.
Gay and trans.
Both gay and trans. I told my sister first.
Yeah, but like the thing is, when we were kids, we both kind of we didn't really. I mean, we dressed up when mom like made us match and stuff, but we always wanted to go out and play in the dirt.
Yeah.
And so
yes.
Yeah.
To be completely honest,
more fun.
Nothing against my sister, but she was definitely the girlier one.
It's true.
We were 5 years apart, but our mom always made us dress alike or matching in some type of way in color scheme. I did like it, but I didn't like the girliness of it because I looked up to my sister. She was my best friend. She was my role model. So I liked looking like her, but I wanted to look like her in more of a male form. That would make sense.
I suppose.
And then also kind of as a kid, I remember growing up, I had long hair.
That you never did.
And I never did it, and I never tried to take care of it.
It drove mom crazy.
My mom hated it. Mom always had to like brush it out. I always had these like rat nests and everything. It was bad. It really was bad. I will admit it. It was terrible.
Because your hair was so thick, and you just didn't want to take care of it. You're just like, no, I want to go play.
Yeah, my hair is naturally thick and curly, so being a girl at the time was just not happening for me. Doing anything girly was not in my vocabulary. But I remember as being a little kid, because my sister is a lot smaller than me, we do have different body types. She was able to wear the tighter, more form-fitting stuff.
Eventually.
Well, you know.
When I finally decided that whatever.
And it was her teenage years, and my sister, I'm sorry, she in high school, she's like this little cute little thing.
I was a gymnast though.
And and she like worked out and did all this stuff. And I played sports, but they were different. I played like soccer. And basketball. And basketball and stuff like that. Yep. And I ran cross country and track. But I hated tight-fitting clothes. It
was a chore trying to get you into any type of girls'
anything that normally even resembled a girl's clothes. I would scream. I would throw a fit.
Oh God, it was awful shopping with you.
It was terrible. I don't know how my mom got through.
I don't.
But
either.
I do. I actually almost have like a phobia against tight clothes.
You really do.
So even now, I won't wear guys' clothes who are tight. I don't know. It just freaks me out. But I remember one time, my mom, we were at a car dealership because we were buying a Jeep, which is not my Jeep. It's awesome, let me tell you. But I was wearing a pair of my sister's jeans because my mom wanted me to.
You were?
I was. Okay. I remember this very plainly.
So
I was going to the bathroom. As a female, obviously having to use a stall, sitting down, all this stuff. But I remember taking off the pants, and I couldn't button them either because I'm much bigger than my sister. So they were always like, they were unbuttoned under my shirt, and I pulled them down, and I felt...
And mom didn't know that.
Yeah. My mom didn't know, but I just kind of, I was like, okay, whatever. But I was just like, I took them off, and I just felt like I could breathe, because I was like, it was not tight-fitting against me. But I remember when I was trying to pull my pants up after I went to the bathroom, I had to give myself like a little pep talk to be able to put these pants back on, because that's how like freaked out I was, because my sister always did wear the very, very tight ones.
Well, eventually when I
my sister was
to peer pressure.
My sister is she's kind of like a tomboy, but not. She's got the best of like both worlds. She can be very girly or very tomboyish, and it's I mean, I would like to be like that if I was a girl, but I'm not. I'm definitely very.
No, it's just when you just don't care.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't care.
I don't care.
And I have to say, I'm still a little.
Yeah, my sister's sick.
I just got over being sick, so I kind of sound.
She sounds terrible.
A little bit,
to be completely honest. She sounds like a guy going through puberty. To be honest, I wish I had her voice, so I don't sound so girly. So you said you weren't really surprised about it. Were you surprised when I kind of came out as being gay, but you didn't feel like you had the full answer when I came out as being gay?
Well, no, not really, because I mean, because I know in some of your other videos you've said growing up in Indiana, it is different and people are not as open, but
it's a really big struggle to be gay in Indiana alone, and then trying to be transgender in Indiana is way harder.
But also what they say about, I think in some cases, once you kind of grow up more, because by the time you came out, how old were you when you came out as gay?
When I came out as gay,
16?
I was a sophomore in school, and the only reason I came out as being gay is because basically everybody at my school had told me I was gay and teased me for being a quote unquote lesbian, which I wasn't, because I knew that I wasn't technically a lesbian, but that's what everybody classified it as.
Yeah, but because that's a closed-minded place, like, well, I shouldn't say completely closed-minded, but
where I live,
fairly closed-minded in that town.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of I don't want to say accepted, but it's what they've been exposed to.
Yeah.
But no, I was going to say, when you came out as gay, I am 5 years older than you. So
Mm-hmm.
when you came out as gay, I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of because when you go to college, you get exposed to
all
different kinds of people.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't really that big a deal. I was like, oh, cool. All right, sweet.
Yeah, my sister was probably like the most supportive of me. She was like, if that's who you are, I still love you. Do whatever you have to do. If you need help telling anybody, let me know. And then I think after a while, I kind of came out to my mom, which I love my mom to death, but my mom raised me to have a little bit of fear of her, so I knew not to cross the line. But I mean, overall, my mom was very accepting.
But it's a good fear, though.
Yeah, it's not,
like, I like you, I love Mom to death.
Yeah.
And but it's kind of the fear you should have of your parents.
Yeah, don't cross the line, otherwise you're gonna be in trouble.
And it's a line you shouldn't cross.
Yeah, and that's how we grew up, which is a great way to grow up, because now you see different disciplines.
Like, for example, Mom made dinner. The food that's on your plate, you eat it.
Yeah, you have no choice. Either that or you go hungry.
Like, you eat it, and you clean your plate.
And we were never grown up to eat different. We always loved what Mom cooked, because Mom was a pretty good cook.
Still is.
Yeah, still is a good cook.
She still
is. There wasn't any reason to fight over it or be mad.
And we were those weird kids that liked vegetables.
Yeah, we really liked vegetables.
We liked vegetables,
and we still like vegetables.
So it wasn't like we don't. And it's not to say our mom was like, you must eat this. It's just like, this is what's on your plate. This is what's for dinner tonight. This is what we have.
Yeah, and you're just eat it.
And I think a lot of that too is because she's a single mom raising 3 kids. This is what we've got. Yeah. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. This is your food.
And I'm glad that we kind of were raised like this.
Someone is going with that with a lot less than you are right now.
And I was always glad that we were raised like this, because I've always learned, because I know there are even some relatives of mine who did not grow up like we did, like my siblings and I did. I do have an older brother too. He's about 20.
He's in between us.
Yeah. But
he's 2 years younger than me and 2 years older than you.
But I was great, because I'm so grateful for all the things that my mother's done. And I know my mother has sacrificed so much just so that I could have a new clothes, new shoes. Because I remember one year, my mom went out and bought me Nike Shox.
When they were super expensive.
When they were like $200.
And when your feet were still growing, so you would outgrow them in a year.
Yeah, exactly. So I know my mom gave up so much. I'm so glad. I'm really privileged to have the mother that I have.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk about my biological father, but my mother, and I could honestly say, I know you're not supposed to say this about your parents, but my mom is kind of like my best friend, but she's like my best friend, but I still respect the authority that she has. Yeah. And I don't cross it, and I will never cross it, because I'm too smart for that. So
agreed.
So yeah, we had a great childhood growing up. We really did.
Our mom thinks otherwise, but she's crazy.
I loved the childhood that I had. It was always go outside and play and run as fast as you can and get that energy.
Our brother, I will say that he did stick his head in video games a lot more.
Yeah,
than we did. I mean, we still played, because we had. I think our aunt and uncle gave us a Wii one year. Remember?
What happened was we first had the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. Yep. We loved that thing.
Yep. We still have it. Yeah, it still works.
And we're still gonna play it.
Oh yeah.
Because we're children at heart. But then we got a PlayStation 2 from our aunt and uncle.
Oh yeah, we did.
That was used, and once again, to us, that was
the best.
It was like fantastic.
That was awesome.
So it wasn't. I mean, once again, we didn't care. It was a gaming system. What else we got? And I think we got a Wii from.
They gave us a Wii
from
them and grandma.
Yeah, our aunt and our grandma. And we still play that. So
and it was the sports one. So it came with all the steering wheel and the bat. And the thing.
So I would say, to be honest, being a middle class family, and having my mom who was raising 3 kids on her own. I had one good life. I'll tell you that. I still have one.
Yeah.
My mom's still awesome. I live with my mother still.
Mm-hmm.
But it's awesome.
It's okay,
I would
you're
trade
young.
it for anything. Yeah, I'm a baby.
You are the baby.
I am the baby. Okay, so how easy, back to my transition, how easy was it to kind of start, let me add something after I answer this question. So how easy was it to start calling me Samuel instead of my birth name, which is Sarah, so from Samuel to Sarah, and then going from she to he. Now, 1 second here. I will remember my sister and I, she has a boyfriend, and we went over to one of her boyfriend's friend's house, if that makes any sense.
I was going to tell this story.
Okay. See, we're right on point. Her boyfriend introduced me as Sarah and her sister. My sister went back and said it was her brother and Samuel. Oh my God, let me tell you what. I was so in love. I was like, oh my gosh. And that's like the greatest thing ever. And I'm telling my sister, is when somebody who corrects somebody who's using female pronouns and calling you a girl in your birth name. But I just wanted to like give my sister the biggest hug in the world, because it's like the little like, yeah, like the little inside, kind of thing. I had that going on. That was awesome.
But at the same time, because he did that because I introduced you to him as Sarah.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And that was almost a year ago. But to get back to your question though, it I will say
it's never hard.
It's been more difficult.
It's never easy.
It's been more difficult only because I've known you as Sarah, my sister, for 18 years.
Yeah.
But it's not a conscious effort to hurt you or mess up on purpose. It's just like, that's my Sarah.
Yeah.
That's my Sarah Bear.
Yeah. And the whole time is, if somebody does call you by female pronouns or calls you by your birth name, they usually don't do it to intentionally hurt you. Now, there will be some
There's some people that do. Especially in Indiana,
where they will be like, I'm not doing it until you have legal documentation of your name change.
Yeah, because the way I feel about that is we all know the laws are sometimes very far behind how you feel.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Very far.
Just for people in Indiana who are deciding to transition, it's very easy to change your name, shockingly enough. All you have to do is...
Well, I mean, I could go do it right now.
All you have to do is you have to pay for like a publication, and it has to go in the newspaper. It's like, yeah, it has to go in the newspaper.
I didn't even know this.
It's like $60. I think you have court fees to pay. You can get a lawyer, but I was told by some other trans guys that getting a lawyer is not even necessary. And you just apply for a legal name change.
But if I wanted to do it, all I'd have to do, I mean, I could do it without this, but the easiest way to do it would be get married and take my husband's name.
Your husband's last name.
But I'm not going to do that.
She's not going to do that.
Well, I might. We'll see. If I get married.
Be too independent.
Anyways, I'm too young.
Yeah, you're too young. So... But also, getting your gender changed is a lot harder. The BMV says that you have to have male genitalia all the way around. Okay, so basically you cannot have a female chest, and you cannot have female genitalia. You'd have to have bottom surgery and top surgery.
Is the BMV the deciding factor on that, or is there like a medical board? Or is it just the BMV?
You have to have a written Well, one of my friends got his gender changed. He just got top surgery. He does not have bottom surgery done. He got a documentation from his doctor that said he was a boy. So that sufficed. That suffices him being a boy.
And for those of you that don't know, if you're not old enough, the BMV stands for Bureau of Motor Vehicles. Like the place you get your driver's license from. So that's how he did it. Now, depending on how your doctor is going to do it, I know that the nearest endocrinologist that's going to actually give me any type of testosterone is at least an hour and a half to 2 hours away. And then you have to go every 3 months to get your blood drawn to see what your testosterone levels and to regiment your dosage. You can do shots at home, but it's going to be, I estimated it because my friend goes to the same endocrinologist. It's about $500 every 3 months. Ouch. And just to let you know, that would be like saving all of my paychecks. And nothing else.
And nothing else.
Is that endocrinologist near where I live now? Or is it a different way?
If you're looking at an endocrinologist in Indiana, there's one in Muncie, Indiana, who's doing, who's for IU Health. I think her name is Garcia Vargas. Dr. Garcia Vargas.
Maybe.
It's a woman. But that's who I got referred, they told me go to her. She will definitely work with you. Very open-minded. Okay.
Well, she'd have to be.
Yeah. So it wasn't really easy because you knew that I was born as a girl and you've
Mhm.
been calling me a girl for
And I mean,
18 years.
and well, do I want to say that?
You can say whatever you need to
Okay.
say.
I mean, because when we were little,
Mhm.
we would take baths together because
Yeah.
that's mom.
Nothing weird,
No,
okay?
but okay, when you're a single mom and you have 3 kids, you plop them all in the bathtub at
Yeah.
once and get it done.
Yeah.
So I mean, and calling you by your birth name,
Mhm.
just it's been 18 years.
It just comes. It's just natural.
It flows off the tongue because.
But I know that when my sister calls me a girl or my sister calls me Sarah, she does not intentionally mean to stab me in the heart.
In my head, I'm thinking, oh crap, I tried, but
and there's nothing wrong with that. Sure what you said there. Hey, Siri's talking to us, guys.
What? Siri? Okay, my phone is possessed. She did this yesterday. Siri is now a legit person. She's Australian.
Yeah.
She did it yesterday to me too. It's really creepy. So Apple is watching you.
Be careful.
But anyways.
Oh,
we get so sidetracked
I know,
so easily.
We do. But yeah, I know, and I don't ever get mad at my sister. I
try.
She does try.
I try.
Now my brother.
That's why I corrected my boyfriend that night. That's why.
Which I'm so glad. But
I tried.
My brother, on the other hand, I think he really wants to try, but he just doesn't put forth 100% effort that I want him to.
And he also doesn't a lot of times run thoughts through
his
head.
He's just a guy.
No,
He's
that
just
too.
Naturally a guy, but sometimes we don't always think.
I would say you're about to change into a guy, so you better watch what you say.
No,
I was going to say that he doesn't always process things through his brain before he speaks them.
Yeah.
And sometimes what he says can be really hurtful without him realizing that he's being hurtful. Yeah. And sometimes, well, he's a 20-year-old. No, he's 21 now.
Right, he's 21.
He's 21 now, so sometimes he does mean to be hurtful, but because he's a brother. He's a middle child, okay?
Yeah. Go back to my previous comment. He's not 20, he's 21 now.
Yeah. It was like a month and a half ago. It's fine.
But my brother, I have asked him I always ask him, because I always buy the kid lunch, to be completely honest.
You always really do. You're nicer
buy the kid lunch, and I always give him gas money when he needs it, if I have the money. So
You're much nicer to him than I am.
Yeah, I'm very nice. So I asked him one day, and I said, am I your favorite sister, since I do this for you all the time? Because I'm sorry, this is my favorite sibling. Because she's always been there for me, and no matter what it's been, my sister's always been there for me, and I can always count on her being there for me. But my brother looks at me and he goes, you're transitioning to be a guy, so technically you'd be my favorite brother and not my favorite sister.
Wow. That's surprising.
Well, I don't know how to take that, but I think I'll take it as a compliment. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm kind of surprised at that, actually.
Yeah.
You haven't told me that story before.
Well, I'm telling you that now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay. So do you have any concerns about my transition or how it's going to evolve? I do have one concern personally.
What?
How am I going to explain to my kids that they were born and it wasn't by me and that I, was a girl? That's the only thing that I'm because when you have kids, okay, by the time that I have kids and get married, which I hope is not like 30 years down the road, but I am genuinely concerned and just to let you know, if you talk to a trans guy or somebody who's maybe semi like me, I get really depressed when people talk about having children because I cannot have my own.
Because it won't be the same. And if I wanted to go out and get pregnant, it'd be my boyfriend and me together. Yeah.
And to be completely honest, it will get me into such a depression that I will stay in it for a couple days.
So your concern is how you're going to explain to your kids.
My concern is how I'm going to explain to my kids that they're not truly mine.
Biologically. Because in every other sense, they'll be yours.
Yeah, exactly. But then also that I was actually a girl at some point in time.
I think part of it, because, okay, I don't have kids myself. No. I got other stuff to do first. I got to finish my second degree, and I got to travel and all that stuff. But I think part of it is the way you will raise them. Mm-hmm. Raise them to be open-minded and not like
closed-minded with blinders on.
And there's one right way and there's not one right way except people. So I think so you're already concerned about coming out to your kids.
Yeah. Isn't that great? You
need to calm down.
Yeah, I know.
So much stress. You're not there yet.
I don't. I mean, no offense, because I am dating somebody right now, but no offense, I'm not ready to get married to you yet, honey. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not ready.
I second that. You're too young. If I'm not ready, you're not ready.
Yeah, that's the truth. So yes, this is kind of our update video. But which has now been like almost 20 minutes now of us rambling on. Because we just talk.
It's fine.
But I would like to thank my sister, and she will probably be doing some challenges with me tonight. We plan on uploading a challenge or two. It's going to be pretty funny.
Let's just say we both watch too much YouTube.
Yes.
Too much.
So, if you guys have any questions, comments, you can always personal message me. Or you can leave it in the comments below. If you guys want to see something, you guys have any questions, let me know. Would you like them to subscribe to you?
Nah.
Okay, don't subscribe to my sister.
There's nothing happened.
There's nothing happened. She doesn't post any videos.
Because I created a YouTube account in college because it was a project for a class, and we had to post a video and a private link and send it to the professor, and that's the only video I have uploaded because I am too busy watching everybody else.
I haven't even seen the video.
It's a private link. You can't see it.
It's sad.
Because it was for a project.
I didn't even see my sister's own YouTube video.
You don't want to see it.
I think it's depressing.
It's a report. I don't even. Oh gosh, what was it even about?
I don't
remember. It was like 4 years ago. Okay.
So yeah, this is the conversations that my sister and I have.
It gets much weirder, especially later at night.
My sister and I are very open and best friends.
It's only like 7:30 right now, where we are, or something like that. There's no clock. Oh, it's over there.
It's something like that.
I was right.
It's almost 7:30. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, message me, comments below. All right, have a good one.